Imagine yourself finishing a level of Crash Bandicoot on your PlayStation 1. You have destroyed all the boxes, exploded all the nitros and TNTs, and at the end of the level, you just see a pop up that tells you, hey, if you want this gem, you have to open 10 loot boxes and see if you get it. I think about that a lot. How different games feel compared to when I was a kid. My first encounter with loot boxes was Summoner's War Sky Arena. I played it every day, while cooking, while working, while playing other games. And I used to play it with one of my best friends, so made the experience a lot better. Somehow in that game, I was insanely lucky. Unfortunately, the friend that I was playing the game with was not that lucky. And that in players sometimes causes like low key jealousy. Those emotions kind of creep up at the same time as your brain is telling you, hey, it's just $5. And at some point, the game started being confusing and uncomfortable. The sole idea of being able to pay money to win at a competitive game, it just feels incredibly wrong to me. And Summoner's Wars is just one of many, 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 many examples of a loot box system. But it was not Summoner's Wars that made me understand what that discomfort was. It was actually Genshin Impact. I tried the game because, of course, anime girls, but within 2 hours, I was already exhausted by having to open box after box to maybe get something. And this is not new and it's not hidden, it's just psychology. But I hadn't connected the dots until my husband talked to me about the Skinner box and what this experiment was made for. The Skinner box is an experiment in which a pigeon presses a button and gets a reward, but not always. Only sometimes. Random enough to keep the animal trying, making it desperate enough to make the reward feel meaningful. And that's what a loot box is. It is the systems conditioning you in a very cheap and lazy way and convincing you that the money you spend in the game and the rare pulls that give you that little bit of dopamine make the game fun. In Genshin Impact, the only way to increase your chances to get the character or the weapon you want is if you spend more. And unfortunately, these gacha systems are not designed to entertain you. They are designed to train you, to familiarize yourself with randomness and feel happy that something good happens from that randomness. And most of these games have already decided what making a choice means. Just pushing you to think that the correct action, the rewarding action, is the one that makes you spend money. And they keep trying to teach us that a moment of excitement is better than playing the game. I'm not saying to not spend money, but just take a look, a little bit more zoomed in. Notice what's happening while you're playing. Notice how the game rewards you. And notice the loops that you're being trained to follow. And maybe try to understand that some systems are not here to entertain you, but to shape you.